As I tried to figure out my golf swing, I had to finally go and bite the bullet and go get a lesson. And one of the guys that I got a lesson from, his name was Leith Wastel. He played on the Australian PGA Tour for about 15 years. He played with names like Adam Scott, so he knows what he's talking about. And I wanted to share some of the experiences with you on today's video. And this was the second lesson I've ever had. And I've been playing golf for about 5 or 6 years now. As I try to get better at it, and you want to enjoy the game, you automatically think that you've got to go and get your swing perfected. And I think I was wrong in that sense. What he was explaining to me was, if you want to really take it seriously and you want to practice and you want to go at it and become a single figure handicapper, then sure, you can do that. But what he said to me was, if you're not willing to put the work in, then don't let your game get you down if you're not playing that well. Don't be hypercritical of what happens on the golf course if you're not practicing during the week, if you're not hitting enough golf balls to be good. And this really shifted something in me, because I was just like, man, he's preaching to me. And I was like, keep it coming, because correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of us, we rock up to our tee time, maybe 15 minutes early if we're lucky, maybe 20 minutes. And we have a little warm up, we get out on the course, we hit a couple of good shots, we hit a couple of bad shots, and then everything goes downhill from there. If you're not putting the work of a single figure handicapper, then don't measure yourself as a single figure handicapper. Kind of don't look at, don't be as harsh on yourself. And I really, really like this. I remember writing this down, and I've got my little notes from my key takeaways from what we talked about. And I love that piece of advice from him, because that set the tone for not only the lesson, but kind of just enjoying the game. And the content that I'm creating on this channel is a little bit around game improvement. I do like the idea of, getting better at playing golf. There's so much content out there on how to hit the best swing, or, how to make the best swing, and how to perfect it, and all those types of things. There's so much stuff out there. And sure, I like doing it like every other golfer, but I think this side of the game interests me way more, because number one, you don't get this much information around the mental game and the approach and how to think through it. And number two, it's actually the most challenging part. What you can't learn to do really quickly is shift the mindset and keep yourself under control. So this one I'm going to carry as a little nugget. I might even write it into my buggy somewhere, and just leave a note somewhere when things gone wrong and I'm about to snap a club. I think that was a really cool insight for me. He was sort of sharing, some of his knowledge around what makes a good golf swing and what makes it nice to look at and nice on the eye. He kind of asked me, he goes, who do you like watching on TV, or who's your favorite golf swing? And without hesitation, my favorite golf swing of all time, for whatever reason, is been Jason Duffner. And mainly because I'm a big Ben Hogan fan. For me, I really love Ben Hogan's swing because it's so fluent. It looks easy, man. The guy just generated so much power. People like Louis Oosthuizen, Molinari, Francisco Molinari is another one. And asking me a question, right? Why do you think their swings are good? Why do you think they're nice to look at? And I was like, why do I think their swings are nice to look at? Because, man, they swing it so smooth. And I really didn't have an answer for him. The answer I gave to him was, it looks effortless. And he goes, sort of. But the reason that their swings look so good is because there's not much going on. And it kind of got me thinking. I was like, not much going on? What do you? And I questioned him, I probed him, and what do you mean? He's like, they have very quiet swings. And it really sunk in. And I was like, they have really quiet swings. They do, because there's not much going on. We had this conversation around a quiet swing and what that means. And he said, it all starts with lower body stability. When I went to him, what I was doing, and maybe I need to demonstrate this in a separate video, so let me know in the comment section below if you want me to kind of walk through this. But being a left-hander, all my weight in my backswing, when I pulled my club back and went into the top of my backswing, was on the outside of my left knee. And the other thing that was happening was that this forearm, it wasn't kind of straight. When you looked at it front on, it was kind of bent right here. I always have this massive timing problem at the ball. Everything I rely on is timing. So if my timing's off, and I could never get it why. I was really relying on this elbow unhinging and kind of just everything connecting at the ball and then making good contact. That's probably not going to be the greatest. And it probably explained to me why I had a really inconsistent golf swing. But he's like, you have a nice smooth swing, but there is a bit of noise in your swing, and that noise starts with your lower body, and it has to do with your forearm and how it kind of connects to your body and how it bends at the top of my swing. And I have always felt that my swing was way too long. So if you suffer from this, whether you're right or left-handed, so if you're right, it'll be this elbow, you might feel that your backswing never really stops. And we went into just talking about how to keep all that goodness that's in my swing, because he did say there was a lot going on that was good, which was awesome to hear from a tour player. What then he really worked on was just saying, okay, let's quieten your swing down. Let's bring it closer. And a couple of things we worked on was making sure that my weight didn't transfer outside my left knee. And secondly, in my backswing, I would stop when I could not move any further, but by trying to keep this lead elbow as straight as possible. If you look at any golf swing, I don't know what this patch is. You should see a straight arm like that. Hey, by the way, before I keep going, if you're enjoying this content, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. I'm a golf enthusiast. I know if you're watching this, you probably are too. And I plan on making way more golf related content, and it helps me reach new followers and subscribers. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure to like this video. And I appreciate everyone that watches these. So let's get back into the rest of this video. So that was definitely huge for me. Kind of those key takeaways with my swing, and that's really all we worked on. We spent, out of the hour that I was with him, probably spent 45-50 minutes really breaking down kind of the approach to it. And I've kind of talked about this before, and I love this side of it because I talk to my friends about this stuff all the time. And you might think, man, this guy's a geek, he's a golf geek. I'll probably not go that far. I do geek out in some parts of the game. You got it, right? I mean, some people love their equipment. Some people love working on their swing 24/7. I kind of geek out on the approach and where to hit it. You know, the mental side of the game and course management and that kind of stuff. I think the best players in the world do that stuff really well. To recap from that lesson, I got a ton of value. Some of that stuff I will never forget. And I do plan on going back and chatting with Leith and having another lesson with him. Hopefully, I will take my camera with me. Let me know if you would like me to do that so you can see some of the conversation that happens between us. If you do want to see some of those kind of drills that he's given me, you know, I'm working on them anyway. If you want to see that, let me know, and I'll put a video together for you guys. That's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I will catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye.